Jay-Z is coming under intense scrutiny after this vague yet controversial deal he just closed with the NFL. Is Jay-Z a sellout or is he buying us in? You be the judge. What's going on, y'all? It's Q coming at you with your Yes God Action News from WGAN Studios. Listen, the people are mad and up in arms about this deal that Jay-Z signed with the NFL. Rihanna has expressed her disdain. All the stars is down to the root, to the black Twitter, to the Instagram, to the universe, even down to the church. Mad as hell with Jay-Z and giving him the side eye. But before we get to that, Bobby Lights. Trina ass done got a hold of Bobby Lights and got him backpedaling and pussy popping all across the internet. For those of y'all who don't know what's going on, last week the internet was on fire because Reginald Saunders, Trina's A&R, and Trina's cousin and Love and Hip Hop Miami castmate, Bobby Light, took to the internet expressing their extreme disdain and upset with Nicki Minaj, who seems to be all in bed with Megan Thee Stallion doing videos, so on and so forth, and they feel away because they feel like Nicki did not show Trina the same love, and it looks like it's turning out to be one big misunderstanding. If you missed that story, drop down into the description box. I got the link to the previous story where you can catch on up and get all the teas. And I think it's worth mentioning, while so many people were ragging on Nicki Minaj last week about she could have did this and she didn't do that, you know, Reginald Saunders and Bobby both forgot to mention that Nicki did that verse on Trina's album for the free. And I read somewhere that Nicki charges anywhere from $350,000 to $500,000 for a verse. Now, I can't confirm or deny those numbers, but I do know that she did it for free $99, and that should be taken into consideration when being mad about the girl not doing the video. At any rate, after Trina chewed Bobby's ass out, I'm sure, Bobby took to the internet and had this to say. Whether it's too late or not, or whether some may say that this was not to be accepted, I get it. However, I must still speak my piece for those that do have common sense, those who are willing to forgive, and those who simply understand me as a human being. I want to first and foremost apologize to Trina. I took my unnecessary rant to social media, therefore I'm making a conscious decision to apologize publicly. I had no business in any of this. Unfortunately, my personal opinions affected Trina, and I had no business saying Nicki's name or expressing my feelings towards the Barbs. I was being mean and childish, and it was in fact clown behavior. I made myself look dumb. I'm better than that. I'm not perfect, never said I was, and y'all have seen me fuck up plenty of times. The most important thing for me to do is accept when I'm wrong and be accountable for my mistakes. I believe in putting out the same energy you wish to receive, and for that, say it's all love. Never will I hate any human being. Thank y'all. So here's the thing, right? Bobby, I'll give you 10 points for your apology. You apologized the proper way. It was thorough. You acknowledged what you did. You acknowledged the people that you hurt or that were affected by your apology. And you asked for forgiveness from the people who were affected. Kudos and good job to you. Here's what I want to say to Bobby from a big brother, older person in the community, black man to black man type of situation, which is, Bobby, this is cool and well, but we've seen it too many times. The emotional outburst and then the turnaround and apologize is giving me a very basketball wife tea, a real Beverly Hill housewife tea. You do some shit wrong, apologize. There becomes a certain point in a young adult's life, or in an adult's life, or in this instant, a grown man's life, where you truly grow the fuck up. And you learn to stop having emotional outbursts on social media. You know what I'm saying? It just becomes a point where you grow the fuck up. There becomes a point where you take self-inventory and a cost-benefit analysis, and you say, what am I going to gain by the thoughts that I'm getting ready to express? And what I'm about to gain, does it outweigh the cons of this situation? Because anybody with two pieces of sense would have known that the heat that you brought your way and your cousin's way was not worth the feelings that you needed to get off your chest. Number one, you gained absolutely nothing by expressing what you expressed, and the damage that you caused was not worth what little gratification you got by saying what you said. So Bobby, the next time you take to social media, just think these words: cost benefit analysis. Is what I'm about to gain, does it outweigh the gratification I get from getting this off my chest? You gained absolutely nothing by getting that off your chest. Furthermore, y'all did make Trina look stupid. And here's the other thing: you used the word common sense in your post. While we respect the way Trina handled these situations, she took accountability, she owned the mistakes that you and Reggie made, we're using our common sense and we ain't damn stupid, okay? Listen, Trina, while you cleaned it up as best you could, let's not get it twisted. Reggie and Bobby have both given us personal insight into personal conversation that was going on around that lady house. You know what I'm saying? But because we can't prove it, and because she's accepted a very general roundabout responsibility, we have no choice but to move on. And while I'm sure Nicki may have said, girl, I ain't tripping, I accept your apology, we cool, trust and believe there's a flag in the play. Trust and believe there's a sticky note somewhere with a good side eye drawn on it. Folks ain't stupid. The only place Reggie and Bobby went wrong was they took private kitchen room table conversation, dining room table conversation, and they went to the internet with it because y'all were too emboldened and felt too empowered to do what it is y'all did. And when it caught backlash, it was one of them like, damn bitch, I know we talked about this, but y'all ass wasn't supposed to run to the internet. Now y'all got me out here fucking looking crazy. How am I gonna fix this? And that's what all of this is. But I do respect the fact that all parties involved, well, Reggie hasn't said anything at this point, but Bobby and Trina up until this point have been willing enough to take ownership and be accountable for what was going on. So hats off to y'all. On to our next story. What do you do when your pussy hot at 4 in the morning and that dude don't answer the phone? I guess you burned his house down. That's what one New Jersey woman did. Let me tell y'all something. She is taking upset from a late night booty call to the next level. At 4 a.m., a New Jersey woman went round to a man's house. She was texting him. He had done got her all hot and bothered between her legs and in her butt. After she got around his house at 4 o'clock in the morning, the man had done fell asleep. Now let's pause right here. See, here's the thing about the late night booty calls. When you text or call somebody, you at 4 in the morning, that means you drunk, you off the good liquor, you high off of whatever your drug of choice is, probably had don't smoke the good reefer, and you feeling that itch now. I don't have time for you to fleet it out and summer's even out 3 and 4 times smelling like orange blossom. Listen, girl, hop in the shower and get your ass over here or pull one of my numbers. Take a shower when you get there. You know what I'm saying? To make sure the person still be up. She took too long to get there and the man fell asleep. They said upon arriving at the victim's home, Russell called the man 8 times. He didn't pick up the phone according to the police. She allegedly texted the man, I see you want to die. You wasted my money to come out here before the you wasted my money to come out here. Then she took some lighter fluid. Mama had done went down to the corner store, took some lighter fluid, got some matches, and had done set that man's house on fire. Pussy don't fail me now. I'm about to burn his mother out, cause you don't want nobody else. Listen, mama said she was hot. And she wanted his ass to feel what it is she was feeling. No, God, honey, listen, if your coochie that hot, baby, and it make you do some stuff that crazy, I don't want no parts of it. This man almost lost his life. He escaped the scene with minor burns and smoke inhalation. He had to jump through the damn window because the house went up in a blaze. For those of y'all wondering how the story is, mama in jail. The police had done came and got her. They got her ass for arson and attempted murder. So one or two things. Either that's some crazy pussy, he has some good dick. Either way, neither one of these people need to ever see each other. Well, shit, he ain't finna see her ass no way, because they about to send her ass to the Shawshank Redemption. And his Peter might not work if the smoke had done got all in it and he got high blood pressure. It might not even rise. Nevertheless, the moral of the story is don't text nobody to come around your house and hunch at 4 o'clock in the morning and don't answer the phone. I don't understand how people sleep through their phone ringing and sleep through people knocking on the door anyway. I'm a very light sleeper. When you knock on my damn door, I'm going to hear you. Or if I know it's late at night, I put my phone on ring and put it next to my ear. So y'all know he was drunk off the good liquor. Anyway, child, the king of petty, or should I say the queen of petty, or the king and queen of petty, Wendy Williams and 50 Cent. Over the weekend, Wendy Williams was out and about partying with her son, Kevin Jr., who just turned 19. And 50 Cent took to the social media and was bragging about how Wendy Williams' ass was standing outside the party and he would not let her ass in. According to sources, 50 Cent put Wendy Williams' ass on the do not let in list. Look at this video and 50 caption, "You can't show up to my party if you've been talking shit about me." Then he added, "Bitch, wait outside." That shit is funny as all hell. So all morning we have all been laughing, but TMZ is recently reporting that Wendy got into the party she got into the party after all, that security escorted her directly into Snoop Dogg's section. She was never there to party with 50 Cent. She was there to party with Snoop, and on her end, because it was in her, neighborhood, her playground of Elizabeth, New Jersey, she had absolutely no problem getting through the door and getting to where she needed to be. 50 Cent never misses an opportunity to be petty, especially against his adversaries and people he don't like. It was funny, but y'all, there's no story here, nothing to report. Alright, so on to our cover story, the thing that everybody wants to talk about. Jay-Z just did a Roc Nation deal that encompasses entertainment, social justice, and he also will have a majority stake ownership in some mysterious NFL team. Did he buy us in or did he sell us out? Guys, I really don't know where I am on this issue just yet. I think it's too early to be said. I will say this. The optics of this all does not look very favorable in Jay-Z's corner. Now, people like Rihanna and entertainers all across the world and the internet and the US and the Twitter have all come out giving Jay-Z a very stanky side eye. And let's talk about some of the things that we do know. Nothing. The issue, I think, with this deal is that they have come forward too quickly in excitement to tell us that there has been a deal, but nobody has given us a plan. And we got to understand, all this racial stuff is very touchy-feely. It's a very emotionally charged issue. And Jay-Z and his partners did a press conference and did not speak to any of the things that will quell people's emotions. Number one, will Kaepernick have a job? I'm sorry, Jay-Z, but "we are beyond kneeling" was the wrong answer. While I totally understand what you're saying, most people, and I've said this before, most people are dumb. That has gone above most people's heads. It is above them. In addition, most people are emotionally charged. You've got to speak to the emotions of the people. They want to know about Brother Kaepernick. You should have had a better, more prepared Olivia Pope, Judy Smith, well-rehearsed answer as it related to Colin Kaepernick. And it should have gone with this new partnership. I'm doing everything in my power to make sure Kaepernick and brothers like Kaepernick will have a job moving forward. And in addition to, will not be penalized for standing up in what they believe in across the board. That was your answer, bitch. Okay, now let me know where the fuck I can send my invoice to so I can get paid. In addition to, Jay-Z, what would have made this evasive ass deal look better is if you rolled out some sort of plan as to what social justice means. I mean, are you giving the money to the NAACP? Are you giving the money to the Boy Scouts of America? What does a social justice plan mean? What does that mean? And here's the thing. It's not that hard to roll out a goddamn plan. I was having a good conversation with my good girlfriend, and she brought something to my attention. The moment Gucci made that damn mistake with them ugly ass sweaters, bitch, a week or two later, they rolled out a plan. Bum, bum, bum. We're doing this. Step 1, 2, 3. These initiatives. We teaming up with Deborah Dan. We doing this, and fixed the problem. There are whole consulting firms out there that have corporate packets written on how to implement diversity and change amongst organizations and institutions as large as this. The wheel does not need to be reinvented. All you got to do is pay the damn invoice to the Pope and Associates. The work is already done. So you came out cheesing and grinning in our damn faces, and all we, the people, can see is, bitch, you about to get paid and we about to be shortchanged, at least on the front end, because you telling us a whole bunch of nothing. All that we hearing is you about to get paid and we about to get played. I saw somebody write, all Jay-Z has done is giving them unadulterated access to black entertainment while pacifying black folks. And you know what? On the surface, it definitely feels that way. Now hear what I said. Feels that way. I want to have some hope and some faith in Jay-Z and say that this brother knows what he's doing, that he's not going to forsake us, that he's not going to betray us, and that he is going to make some true change from the inside. But the optics of this all looks very wrong, especially when you now have competing pieces of information starting to leak that don't look too favorable for Jay-Z. Case in point, it's now been confirmed that JD was called by Jay-Z and advised to not take a similar deal from the NFL, and you now seemingly take the same deal that was offered to JD. JD's been silent in all of this, but there are so many questions left unanswered. Have you cut JD into this deal? Is your deal bigger and better and encompasses the deal that JD was going to get that you told him not to take? On the surface, it's looking like you told him not to take a deal and you took it and profited. Cha-ching. I want to have faith in Jay-Z. I'm just saying the optics of this all looks wrong. The headline should have read, Jay-Z teams up with NAACP to institute social change within NFL. NAACP and Jay-Z purchase minority stake or majority stake in the NFL team. Even if the NAACP would have had a 0.3.947 stake, or they only put 2 pennies into the deal and would only get 2 pennies, it looks better. Jay-Z didn't say, you know, I did this deal and 20% of the proceeds of this is going to go to the legal fund to get brothers out of jail. Like, you've got to give us more, because right now, Jay, it's looking like you've wielded the money that you and Beyonce have amassed to buy a team, and you took advantage of some white vulnerability in the NFL, because white people ready to put this shit to rest. They are ready to put this Kaepernick kneeling, NFL is racist, boycott the NFL. They are ready to put this to rest. And what better way to put it to rest than to get in bed with the black man who is equally as rich as us, therefore his economic interests are the same as ours. So Jay-Z, it's left the common black folks, us poor black folks, the broke black folks, looking at you with a distrustful eye, because you have not given us enough information to feel comfortable with this deal. I hope now you ain't finna have us shucking and jiving at all the damn NFL Super Bowl halftime shows because you getting a percentage. I hope the social change that you mean now is just not you owning a team. You owning a team, while it is a start, it is not the type of fundamental, structural, institutional change that needs to happen. Number one, we need these motherfuckers to acknowledge some of the racist ass practices that they have. And I know black folks finna get mad with me about the tangent that I'm about to go on right now, but I really don't care for the NFL, the NBA, or any of it, because the shit is modern day slavery. And the reason why I call it modern day slavery is, number one, look at the overwhelming majority of the players that play. They are black, okay? That's number one. And number two, if these people, these team owners can afford to pay these people $30 and $40 million, $60 million, $40 million, $20 million over here, how much do you think they're making? If I can afford to pay you $40 million, how much you think I'm making off your back? At least 3 times, because bitch, I own the team. You ain't finna make more than I do. So as far as I'm concerned, slavery went from the plantation into the damn Superdome. That's the way I see it. That's a whole nother conversation. But Jay-Z, you really do have some explaining to do. And it bothers me that Jay-Z has not felt it prudent to at least satisfy our curiosities and show us what you got. Like Tweet said, satisfy my curiosity, give me what you got. Come on, make that move, Jay-Z. Let us know something. Beyonce, I'm finna throw your ass in the fire too. We looking at you damn crazy. You don't gave us black liberation and lemonade and walking up the street in yellow dress with a baseball bat and HBCU power, this, that, and the third. And we gonna need all these proceeds from the ownership of this team to go to the damn HBCU. Lord knows Bethune-Cookman ass could use it. Like, tell us something. I'm gonna reserve my judgment. And I'm going to hold out. I am choosing to be voluntarily forgiving in this situation and just say that while Jay was excited about inking the deal, they forgot some of the PR stuff that needs to be worked on. But I do think with time, Jay is going to reveal some things, or hell, fuck time with the backlash that he's gotten from signing this deal. They now have got to do something. They've got to put up something to make the people feel better. And I hope with time, we the people will become more comfortable with this deal. And Jay-Z brought us in and did not sell us out. Y'all, this is Q signing off from WGAN Studios with your Yes God Action News for today, Monday, August 19th. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye.